Aloha and welcome back to the Kupuna Connections television program. I'm Cullen Hayashida, one of the co-hosts for the program. And every week we bring you a different topic having to do with seniors and how they can receive various kinds of important services from local experts in the community. And today we have a very important topic having to do with active aging. And our topic has to do with computer training, just for seniors and by seniors. But before I get started, let me have my co-hosts and my guests introduce themselves.
My name's Toni Hathaway. I'm a social worker and I'm the education coordinator at the Kapi'olani Community College Kupuna Education Center.
My name is Edward Yonimoto and I'm at the Honolulu Community College Emeritus College.
My name is Marian Ewan. I'm also with the Honolulu Community College, the Emeritus College.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Emeritus College. Both of you folks are with the HCC senior program for learning how to do computers called Emeritus College. So why should seniors learn how to do computers if they never needed to know in the past?
Well, I think if you look at it every day now, computers and the internet play a great impact on most of our lives. I think it would be difficult to live and not be informed without having computers and the internet.
We have this one slide that I thought might be kind of fun to look at, having to do with a newspaper article. Computing for seniors. It's never too late to start. I mean, so I guess that's your comment. It's not too late to start.
Oh yes, I think a lot of us, people that are the older adults, are not opposed to using the computers. It's just that they never have an opportunity to learn how to use it as a tool. I think we at the Emeritus College provide that tool and the environment. I think.
I was going to say, I guess it's a little scary at first if you haven't used the computer or aren't so familiar with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's this new technology that we have now that the seniors want to keep up with the children today. They're running away, but hey, we're going to keep up with them.
All right, great, great.
Maybe you can share a little bit about the Emeritus College. We've got this one slide here that sort of just provides an overview with regards to what the Emeritus College, that's I guess the logo there. But you've got, maybe you can share a little bit about what your college, this program is all about.
Well, one of the great things I think they provide is that our lab room or our facilities. I think if you were to look at the facility, I believe we would be competitive with almost any private company teaching computer classes. And in addition, we not only have the classes, but our facility is used for what we have our lab, open lab, which is 3 times a week, and you can come in there and use the facility. So even if you didn't have a computer at home, you could also still learn how to use the computer.
So if I walked into your lab, what would I see and what would be there for me to use?
There we have like 18 computers, and we have all the newest technology in computer that the lab and Emeritus College provided us. So up-to-date equipment, and they don't have to worry about repairs. It's taken care of.
Good. And so these are the same things that their kids and grandkids are using.
I think we're ahead.
Oh, right. Great.
Because we have the most recent operating system, and every student have their own computer, and they're all facing the instructor. The instructor's computer is projected. We have a projector on the ceiling that projects things onto the in back of whiteboard. So it's really easier to learn when I can point to you and say, well, when you hit this key, look in this area, and I can show it to you, and then hit the key and see the change. So it's easier to follow, I think.
I see. So going back to the Emeritus College, the Emeritus College is basically a name for the senior program at Honolulu Community College that specializes in computer training. Is that basically it?
We are with Honolulu Community College and under the Emeritus College. And then under the Emeritus College, we have our senior group. So we're basically under the Emeritus College.
I see.
How did that get started? Do you know?
Which one?
The Emeritus College. Do you know how it got started?
That I think is as the years gone by, that college was established as Emeritus College under the Honolulu Community College.
Okay.
Great.
All right. So let's say if we talk about this computer training learning that you're doing, there's, I guess, various kinds of things that you can learn. Are you folks having classes on use of email or internet, or what are you learning?
Well, I think if you look at it, primarily all the classes we provide, I think, are in the fun area.
Fun area?
Yeah, it's not like we're teaching you to find a job in the office, so teaching you Word, Excel, things like that. But we teach you Word, but basically so that you can use Word now to create your own calendars or your own Christmas cards. And we have classes that will take photos and put it so you can put it in your calendars and your Christmas cards and things like that. So we do more, I think, fun things.
Practical too, I guess. Eh?
Yeah, I think, and for people, especially for people oriented, I think it's oriented to people at our age, in that we have like how to take photos from your digital cameras and put it into the computer. Well, a lot of people our age, before the digital cameras, have only pictures. So we also have a scanning class that will scan your pictures and put it into the computer, digitize it, so it'll end up very similar to the pictures that you've taken from your digital camera.
So that's a really popular area, are photos, and how to use those on the computer and maybe get old photos into the computer.
Yeah.
I would think so. And
Yeah.
I think Word, that program is very important. And that's one of the basic things we like the seniors to learn, because that also with Ed speaking, they can do, like if they're in an organization, they can do newsletters, and they can, if they're
Right.
in a club, they can take notes and
Minutes.
disperse it
Yeah.
through email, and it all interacts with our computer program.
Well, what about email? Do you teach how to do email?
That's definitely one of our lists. One of the important things, basically how to get on and getting an email account, and we have an instructor that also teaches that too.
Okay, great. Because I know that's something my mom really enjoys, is that's one way she can stay in touch with all, her kids and her grandkids,
Right.
and also, her sisters, and, stay in touch with the whole family through the email. And I guess one of the other things she enjoys is going on and finding information. So is that something else you teach, how you can go on the web and find out where you want to shop or where you want to take a trip? How do you get to Las Vegas? Something like that.
Do you do that sort of thing too? Teach people about those things?
We have an internet class,
Okay.
and
Wow,
one of our
great.
instructors go through that, and they show them how to get onto the internet and how to find information, like health information. You can
Right,
go there.
right.
And for our seniors, that's definitely one of
Very
the
important,
plus to have, to know how to do that. And then for traveling, how to get a ticket, or, price-wise, and comparing prices. So those are very good, and they enjoy those classes, and our classes are filled.
Is that right?
In fact, we just recently had a class, on traveling.
Yes.
It was interesting in the sense that they had the ones about finding the best flights and all, and cheapest flights and all that. The one I thought was interesting, there's a website that if you key in the model of the plane that you'll be flying, it tells you which seats are the good seats and which seats are the not so good seats.
Wow.
And what not so good could be just that the seat is not aligned with the window, so you can't see outside, or it's over the wing or something. So it's interesting. You can even go and find out what good seats are.
Yeah. It's amazing what you can find now,
Yes.
isn't it? It seems
Yeah.
like they keep coming out with something new. Like I guess I didn't know that there was something like that out there. I mean, you can go on and make your reservations and you can pick your seat, but I never thought of, looking up which seats are best on a particular model.
How about
Interesting.
grandparents communicating with grandkids in college, or is there some things that you learn from all of this training, or I don't know, it's whether or not it's email or it's pictures that you share with each other, or is there some of that kind of activity that goes on among your others that are part of the group?
Well, we've been primarily going with email,
Yes.
email and to attach pictures like the ones you have.
Yes,
attach
yes.
pictures to the center, and in it, we for a while we had a sort of a unique situation where we had a lot of people, women from Japan, and then, so they could send email. There's a Japan Yahoo, and then they could send email to their parents in Japan, and they could use their regular keyboard to print kanji characters. So you have your regular keyboard, and with the keyboard, with the using the control and the selective keys, you can, wherever you could type a character, you can type a Japanese kanji character. So that was interesting.
Yes, yes.
So it's for family to, for the people to stay in contact with their families.
And you had a whole group who was interested in that, or using the Japanese kanji to communicate with family back in Japan.
Yes, we had, in fact, we had instructors, and she's left and went back to Japan, but she actually taught the classes in Japanese.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, both of you are instructors for the classes?
We're volunteer instructors.
Volunteer instructors.
Yes, all our classes have retired people
Okay.
who have volunteered, and they give their time, and actually they're very happy about it, and it's so nice to see the seniors lighting up, when they get the idea of how to use the computer, what you need to do, how to start it, and not being intimidated. I think that's one of the things that we try not to have them to have fun.
Yes,
with the
yes, yes,
computers.
yes, yes.
Are you
Yeah.
folks really patient?
I think we all are patient, and there's different scale of people who are learning, the seniors, and we have beginners who don't know how to turn the computer on, which I have the basic class with them, and then what's to expect of the computer. It won't blow up in their face, and they're kind of afraid, but after the classes they say, oh, okay, I got it. And this is what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's terrific. So these classes, are they expensive? Are they inexpensive? What can you say about the cost?
You may go.
Well, they basically, it's varied on some, because some of the courses will just take one session, or some will take two. And these newer classes, I think, have several, the Microsoft classes. So they'll vary. It'll vary. I would say the majority would be in the, I would say $30, give or take $10, let's say, in that bracket. And I would say maybe 80% will fall in that category. So most of the classes, I think are reasonable. And in addition, that because we have our lab sessions, so if, let's say, you have the classes in the morning, you can always come to the lab session that afternoon and learn with your fellow students, go over the class assignments until you get it. And in fact, you can keep on coming to the lab session until you get it. We have when you mentioned that photos, we have a slideshow class that with the photos you can add music, add comments, and brag about yourself if you want to on your slideshow. And if you don't finish it during the class, you can always come into the lab sessions and we keep on going until you actually have a DVD that you can pass on to your friends that will play in your regular DVD player at home.
Wow, that's great. Now, Do the classes meet, are they mostly just one time, or do they meet, several times or over a few weeks? Or?
That depends on the which class is offered. Like I teach the computer basic class, so we have it 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then for 2-hour sessions.
Uh-huh.
And then from there, they would go on maybe to the next kind of class, they'll progress maybe like the internet, which we just had. And then they'll go on to the email class. And then
Okay.
with those 3 basic classes, they can branch out to anything they want, which is offered on our schedule.
Oh, okay. So you kind of start out with the basics,
Right.
and then you can sort of branch out into some of the more difficult things.
Yeah,
Yes.
we generally go in a cycle and it's repeated for every, whenever the class schedule comes out. For example, like you said, we have the beginning classes, and even if for the photos, you take the beginning class, then you take a scanning class, will come next. After the scanning class, there's another class on how to edit photos, so you can make whatever you have look better, and then we can finish off with the creating a slideshow with all those photos. So you progress from scanning the pictures or getting the pictures in to editing the pictures and then coming out with a final product.
So one of the things people can do is do this kind of video history of their life
That's right.
that they can then share with their family, which would be a wonderful thing.
Have you had
Yeah.
people, some of your students do that sort of thing? Create that type of
Yes.
life biography or anything?
Yeah, I know one of the students quite a few years ago had, those pictures that you have in the old time Japanese funerals, the long,
The long
yeah.
ones, yes.
Yeah, they actually cut the thing up into pieces and scanned all the things in and created the brand new picture like that. But a lot of mostly I think with grandparents, I guess because they're grandparents, you have more of a soccer game or a birthday,
for
things like that.
I see.
On those
Yeah.
slideshows.
Yeah. Now, this room that you have for training, is that purely dedicated for the Emeritus College students, the seniors, or is a room used by the regular HCC students as well during other times during the day?
We're fortunate with the Emeritus College
Yes.
providing us with a classroom with computers, and we use that room.
So it's
as
a
we
dedicated
schedule.
space just for
Yes,
you guys.
Yes,
reserved. Wow.
that's why we're really ahead at Honolulu
Wow.
Community College and
Yeah.
Emeritus College. The seniors are very fortunate to have this room and say, hey, we can come in here, and like Ed said, we can come in for the lab, and practice, and when we're not using it, I guess whatever they want to do with that room, but we have the primary use of that room. So we're very fortunate. We'd like
Yeah.
to thank them for it too.
That's wonderful. That, as we all know, sometimes it's difficult to get scheduling and space. So that's
Yes.
great that you guys are the priority.
Wow, that's terrific.
That is, we really appreciate their concern and to help our seniors, to get them into computer technology at this stage of life.
Yeah. Maybe we should ask you guys to advocate on our behalf over at the legislature or something. Well, but that's great. And you folks are the instructors, and you have other instructors as well.
Yes, all the instructors are volunteers, and I believe they're all retired
Yes.
professional people from some form other than within the computer area. So they're diverse people from like stewardesses to teachers and all that.
Well, I guess based on what we've been talking about so far, seniors really shouldn't be afraid to then contact you folks and come to
Right.
your classes, because it's really geared for them, and you sort of tailored these classes to start out with the basics, and they can ask any question, even if it might seem silly to them, even if they don't know how to
Right.
turn the machine on.
Yes,
that it gets
definitely.
that basic.
Right.
Wow, terrific.
So we've encouraged them people to come and just check out our facility.
Right.
And I think if you or talk to someone that have taken classes from us, I think they'll be happy.
Okay. Now we have some pictures of some of the activities at your Emeritus College. Maybe you can kind of explain what we're seeing. How's that?
Okay, we'll try. Oops.
So we can maybe tell us a little bit about some of the people that have come. Maybe, I don't know if anybody comes to mind, somebody that might have come to the class.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, what program they're working on, what the project they're on?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Do we have the
I
slide
think we're
ready,
having a little
or-
problem with the
the
slide, so I
slide?
think we're going to
Oh.
have to forego that, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, so maybe could you share some other examples of people that have taken the class and how it has affected their lives?
You want to comment?
Okay, since I've had the basics and to follow these seniors as they go to other programs and learn other programs, and they come back and they say, hey, you know what? I did this slideshow with Ed, and it, you know, and they shared it with their parents, or they shared it with the children or their friends, and they could give them a disc, you know, which is a big accomplishment. And I feel that, hey, we've really done something to help them and to feel at ease to do this. So in the end, I think we're all very happy about it with this DVD that they share with their friends too.
So they'd come back and told you how special that was.
Yes,
But,
yes.
So was the family impressed that they could do
Of
that?
course, yes. You did that, and you say, well, of course they did it. And it takes time and
Yeah,
patience. And I always tell our seniors, patience is what you need when you're using the computer. And they listen, and because when you put the computer on, it doesn't turn on like a light. You have to wait a while before the thing generates, right? And we all know
Right.
that.
Right, right.
Right. Well, I think that's a real key, is getting people sort of comfortable and familiar with it, because
Exactly.
the kids that have grown up with the computer, if it doesn't work, they just keep hitting buttons until they get it to work, or they just turn it off and start over again.
Yes.
And seniors often are just like you press something and the screen goes blank, and it's like, oh my gosh. And I guess that's one of the things you teach then, is like, what do you do when that happens? And it's probably okay. You didn't break the machine.
I guess you have times when people will say, hey, I think I'm ready to buy a computer. What should I buy? And you folks provide some assistance there at all? What do you do?
You know what we tell them?
What do you do?
Go to the store
Yes.
and talk to the salesman. They're always willing to let you know everything. And then from there, you go back and find out who your friends are and what kind of computers they're using. And then it's a matter of speaking to other people, getting more information, friends, salespeople, like I said, that would help them to decide, because no two people are going to be the same.
Now, one thing I hadn't thought to ask about was, do you folks have both Apple and PC computers, or do you have one type in your classes and lab?
We basically have, we don't have Apple.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah. So we're focused on primarily the systems that runs on Windows or Microsoft systems.
Okay.
Primarily because I guess that's the most popular. There's a lot of merits for Apples and all that and their computers. However, I think for the majority of people, most people have computers that run with Windows. So we focused on that.
Where are you located at Honolulu Community College? Do you know where?
Well, yeah, we're in this building 2, and basically we're relatively easy to find. There's only 2 buildings, I believe, that's over 2 stories tall on Honolulu Community College. We're the one with the bookstore on the first floor. So if you find that, that's building 2. We're in room 408.
So it's a tall building then,
Yes.
one of the tall buildings,
Yeah.
I see.
The only other one I think is the library. The library is on the first floor, so there's only two of
I
them.
see. Now, you've created a club, yeah? And you're the president of this. It's like a senior club. Tell us about this club.
Well, the senior club basically supports the Emeritus College, and I would say it's real similar to, from what I gather, it's like you have the UH athletic department and you have the Koinui or the support group that helps them out. And basically, that's what we do. We do all the training. We have all the volunteers. Recently, we have that Kupuna Day at the legislature, and we were there representing the Emeritus College.
Yes,
so we
we
do
met
those
you guys.
volunteer things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
you sort of help organize things, and people pay a membership to belong to the club? Is that how it works?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
And with the membership, though, you do get discounts when you do take our classes.
Ah, okay.
And I believe it's 55 years old.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we're kind of coming to the end of our time. Is there one last tip that you might want to give our viewers about?
Yes, I would say that if they keep practicing, and practicing.
On the computer.
I
Okay.
would say come in and check out our facilities, because I think you'll be impressed.
Okay.
And one thing more, to have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Right. To relax and enjoy it. Very
Yes.
good.
Well, it's clear that you folks are having
Yeah.
fun, and you know, I think the message that we've got lots of life left in us, and certainly, and lots of opportunities to learn. And perhaps by doing this sort of thing, we can engage with others in our community and contribute more to our community as well. So this is great. And so thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate that. So again, from the Kupuna Connections television program, thank you very much, all you viewers out there, for watching us today to learn about computer training just for seniors and by seniors. So the training is obviously excellent. So thank you very much for watching again, and see you again next week. Aloha.